You might be surprised to hear this, but the only Nintendo games I play aren't just Mario, Donkey Kong Country, and Luigi's Mansion. I've actually played a lot of Animal Crossing lately. Well, one particular game, New Leaf. I've never played Animal Crossing before New Leaf, and I've heard it was the best of the series, and, well, it was cheap since it's on the 3DS, so I figured why not. And I really enjoy it, I have to say. It's nice to play a game that's calm and just focused on building and just talking with the villagers. It's so sweet, and I can see why so many people love the series. It has a lot of charm with all the villagers and whatnot. And the music, of course, being Nintendo, is also very charming. So I'm gonna rank all the hourly themes in the game. Before I do that, I want to say this artwork is really awesome, and additionally, the fact that there's a different theme for each hour kind of just blew me away the first time around, and they're all pretty good. Anyways, starting at number 24 is the 5 a.m. theme. This is a theme that kind of is, well, a little sleepy because it's 5 a.m. It represents the time well. It's still kind of tired, and the fact that some parts of the song are reversed, while I don't really like too much, definitely do kind of fit. I think they're a nice touch, it does make it stand out, and it definitely does bring up the idea of sleepiness since it's 5 a.m. Nevertheless, it's still my least favorite theme, but it's still a good one. And at number 23, we have the theme for 9 a.m. Now, the 9 a.m. theme is a lot more exciting than 5 a.m. as you can imagine. Oh, this is not the 5 a.m. theme, so 9 a.m. Here it is. The 9 a.m. theme is pretty nice. I personally prefer the 8 a.m. theme, it's a lot more joyful, but this one is still really good. Like, all of them are really good. It's a nice, quaint little tune, and it definitely brings out the idea of the day awakening, which I like. Not much else to say, it's nice. At number 22, we have the 2 a.m. theme. It's pretty interesting. 2 a.m. is a really weird time because it's late into the night, but it isn't really morning fully yet. It is quite interesting though. And fun fact, the time I'm recording this, it is almost 2 a.m., so yeah. I like the 2 a.m. theme. It's nice and mysterious, a little quiet, but not too sad, which is good. Number 21, we have the 6 a.m. theme. This is one of the first themes I heard in the game. It's a very nice tutorial kind of sounding theme. The day is barely starting, but you can definitely feel something exciting. It's calm, joyful, and feels kind of innocent in a way, which I think is really fitting, and is a nice touch. Number 20, I have the 3 a.m. theme. 3 a.m. is seen as a creepy time, mainly as a joke, but it's a pretty nice theme here. Kind of mysterious, a little melancholy, so it's similar to 2 a.m., but a little better. The isolated sound definitely adds to it. The same can be said about the next theme at number 19, 4 a.m. This is one of the very rare themes in a game that I just don't really hear. There's a constant ticking noise in the background like a clock. 4 a.m. is a weird time, isn't it? It's so incredibly late into the night that people are falling asleep even if you stay up really late like I do. But at the same time, you really can't consider it morning yet, even early morning. It's this weird moment of isolation, kind of like 3 a.m., but even more so. I think this theme really fits, and I can understand why people think it's creepy, but I think it's more mysterious, which I like about it. At number 18, we have the 4 p.m. theme. Now, the 4 p.m. theme, unlike the 4 a.m., is not creepy, but it definitely feels strange. It's definitely late afternoon, but it's close to the evening. It's catchy and, well, a little basic sounding and silly, as I've heard. I still do like it. It's a nice theme, and it definitely is a bit of an earworm, which I'll give it credit for. And number 17 is the 7 a.m. theme. Now, 7 a.m. I think is better than saying 9 a.m., but for different reasons. It feels nice and kind of awakening, as I've said about some other ones. But it also has a kind of cute innocence, like I've said. It's definitely a nice one. And I just like the vibe. I guess that's just a good way to put it. At number 16, we have the 10 a.m. theme. This is another catchy one, and you could definitely feel the earliness of it setting in. I haven't really talked about the game too much itself here, just the music, but this would remind me of catching bugs early in the morning, waiting for some of the shops to open, as they do, which is nice. Number 15, we have 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is pretty catchy, and it definitely is quite iconic. It's an afternoon theme, plain and simple. It definitely fits that. I really don't have much else to say. But it's definitely a very nice theme. Oh, as a side note, I got this mixed up. I meant to put 12 p.m. Honestly, like 12. It's kind of hard to say. Somebody switch a lot. I really like the 12 p.m. theme. The afternoon is finally setting in. It's a lot more calm than some of the early tracks. It feels a little sad in a way, like, you know, the day is already halfway through, but also in a nice way as a reflection point. Next up at 14 is 1 p.m. This is a nice, calm, happy one. I don't really have much to say. It's halfway through the day, there's still much to do, and I like that. Well, I already talked about the 2 p.m. theme, but I might as well get back to that. Number 13 is the 2 p.m. theme, and like I said, it's definitely a catchy one, it definitely sticks out, and it fits the afternoon vibe well. I like the bass in the background too. A lot of these tracks have it, it's nice. And number 12 is the 6 p.m. theme. This is a nice one because the day is definitely winding down, and while it's sandwiched between the amazing 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., it's still pretty good. It definitely captures the sunset vibe you can feel. And number 11 is 10 p.m. This one sticks out a lot to me. 10 p.m., you're definitely getting later into the night, but it's still a bit young. It's a pretty interesting theme, because it has these strange noises. It feels very electronic, but it still keeps a bit of the bass and clunky noises. I really like that about this theme, and it definitely sticks out. It definitely represents the later night. And next up, we entered the top 10 with the 12 a.m. theme. Now, it's kind of hard to describe the feeling at 12 a.m. It's midnight, it's night, but at the same time, it's a new day. It's kind of hard to pull that feeling off, but I think that the composers did really well here, because they captured the idea of it being a new day, but still a tired one. It feels like a soft excitement, and I really like that. Almost as if someone still up is happy for the next day. And that definitely makes it iconic to me. And number 9 is the 3 p.m. theme. It's another nice afternoon theme. It's just kind of jovial and nice. It doesn't stick out too much, but that melody is really good. So honestly, that just makes it a good theme. Number 8 is 1 a.m. 1 a.m. might just be the saddest theme. The use of the piano and lullaby sounds, man. 1 a.m. is such a lonely time, and a period of reflection, which is displayed really well here. It's a really sad track, and I really like that about that. Animal Crossing being such a down-to-earth game also means that there can be some of these lonely moments, which is sad but also nice, just like in life. Number 7, we have the 8 a.m. theme, which is a lot different than this, mind you, but still really good. The 8 a.m. is one of the most iconic parts of the day in general, in real life, but also part of Animal Crossing. This is where the day is really starting to kick in. You can feel this excitement throughout the fast beat, the exciting instruments and pitch, and of course the use of the main theme. It's a really good theme, a little repetitive, but other than that, I really like it, and a great way to start the day. At number 6, we have 9 p.m., which also sticks out to me in quite a few ways. It feels mysterious, a little mischievous, tricky. It's 9 p.m., so getting a little late. And if you're staying up this late, you've definitely got something planned, and I do like that. It's a lot different than the previous themes, which makes it makes a stark contrast between the night owls and the day dwellers, I suppose. I really like that about it. Anyways, next up at number 5 is 11 a.m. Like 3 p.m., it doesn't really stick out too much to me. It just has a really catchy melody. As the morning is fully settling in, it's not too exciting, but also a nice theme. Stark contrast, however, we have number 4, 11 p.m. Like, say, 10 p.m. or 1 a.m. This is a very sad one. It's quite reflective, but it also doesn't really feel lonely. The guitar is nice. It's just a nice, quiet theme, and that really sticks out. Next up, we have the amazing 5 p.m. This theme is iconic. This is where the day is finally starting to come to a close, and you can kind of feel the sunset. Of course, 5 a.m. is still not that late into the day, but the excitement is definitely calming down. There's a stark contrast between this and 4 p.m. There's a nice progression between the next few hours from here, and this is honestly the best period music for the game, and just in general. It's a nice time of the sunset, and just a nice calming down period. You can kind of feel the sounds of the beach, the crashing of the waves and seagulls. It fits really well. Number 2, we have a very somber 8 p.m. Now, 8 p.m. honestly is a really nice theme because compared to 8 a.m., which also uses the main melody, this one uses more piano and is a lot more reflective and calm. As the day, like I said, it comes to this sadness. Well, it kind of carries into what some of the previous themes were carrying, like what number 1 is, but I won't say that yet. It's a very nice theme, and the day just calming down, and it's one of the sadder themes. Not as sad as 1 a.m., but still really nice. It's quite a nice track, and you can definitely feel a sorrowful goodbye to the day, but also looking back at everything, and it sounds a little hopeful near the end. It's very nice, but number 1, which is even nicer, is the amazing 7 p.m. This theme is just wonderful. The day is finally coming to a close, and even more so than 5 or 6 p.m. You can definitely feel like you're running out of time, but that's not necessarily bad. You're in a bit of a rush to get things done, but you can also feel the peace and the contentness and satisfaction of today. What could I say? Animal Crossing is a fantastic series, which, I mean, I've heard, but I've only played one of the games. But if New Leaf is the best, then that's pretty great, because New Leaf is a really fun game. And definitely something that stands out for the 3DS, honestly. And I can see why the game still holds up nearly 10 years later. Sorry for the coughing again. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, because it's really late here.